Are the Toronto Maple Leafs on the verge of a scoring breakthrough? With key players returning from injury, there's a buzz in the air, but one name stands out as a potential game changer. This isn't just another player. It's someone with a storied history of finding the back of the net. Who could this be? Stick around as we dive into the latest developments and see how this could reshape the Leafs' offensive strategy. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to stay updated on all things Maple Leafs. The Toronto Maple Leafs are facing some critical decisions as they welcome back players from injury. With the recent struggles in scoring, it's clear that head coach Craig Berube has his work cut out for him. Jonas Eagle from The Athletic pointed out a staggering stat. The Leafs are 0-9-1 when they score 2 goals or fewer. That's a tough pill to swallow, especially when you consider the talent on this roster. So, what's the game plan to fix this issue? If the Leafs are looking for depth scoring, one name stands out: Max Pacioretty. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Pacioretty hasn't exactly lit the lamp lately, with just 6 goals in his last 61 games. But let's not forget his track record as a prolific scorer. The guy knows how to find the back of the net, and that experience could be invaluable for a team that desperately needs it. Siegel highlighted that even in limited action this season, Pacioretty has shown flashes of his old self. That's a promising sign, isn't it? Imagine Pacioretty lining up alongside John Tavares and William Nylander. That trio has already shown some chemistry, dominating possession and generating high-danger chances, outscoring opponents 5-2 in just under 70 minutes together. That's the kind of production the Leafs need, especially when other players like Max Domi and David Kampf are struggling to find their scoring touch. Pacioretty might just be the spark the Leafs need. With his ability to score, he could provide that much-needed offensive punch. But let's be real here. Health is a concern. If he can stay in the lineup, he has the tools to make a significant impact. The Leafs need scoring beyond their top guys, and Pacioretty was brought in to do exactly that. It's a big gamble, but one that could pay off handsomely. So, I have to ask you, do you believe this is the right move? I'm honestly torn. On one hand, I see the potential, but on the other, the risk of injury looms large. The decision to rely on Pacioretty could shape the team's future, and that's something to consider as we stare down the stretch of the season. As fans, we want to see our team succeed, and every decision made has the power to elevate or derail that dream. Pacioretty could be the key to unlocking a more potent offense, which is something the Leafs sorely need. But will he live up to that potential? That's the million-dollar question. I want to hear from you, though. How do you feel about Pacioretty's return? Are you optimistic about what he can bring to the lineup? What's your take on the overall direction the Leafs are heading? Let's get the conversation going in the comments below. Your thoughts and insights are what make this community vibrant. The Toronto Maple Leafs are facing quite the challenge as they prepare to visit the New Jersey Devils after a rough patch of games. With 3 consecutive losses hanging over them, the pressure is on to avoid matching the longest losing streak of the season. The team has been up and down lately, losing to the Washington Capitals and the Pittsburgh Penguins, which has left a lot of fans and analysts questioning what's happening with our squad. Mitch Marner has been a shining star amidst the gloom, leading the team with 28 assists and 38 points. And let's not forget Austin Matthews, who contributed 2 points against the Penguins. It's clear that the talent is there, but inconsistency has been a talking point. Then there's Max Pacioretty, who returned to the lineup only to find himself in hot water with penalties. His comments about needing to be smarter and more disciplined resonate with a lot of us. We've all seen those moments when a player's aggression can turn into a liability. Craig Berube, the Maple Leafs coach, pointed out that while Pacioretty had a decent game, he struggled as the match progressed. That's something we need to keep an eye on. With a player fresh off an injury, we need to ensure he's not just back physically, but also in the right mindset to contribute effectively to the team. Looking ahead to the game against the Devils, We can't forget that Pacioretty scored one of the goals in our earlier victory against them on October 10th. That's a good sign, but the Devils have some firepower of their own. Jesper Bratt and Timo Meier are both capable of turning the game around, and they almost scored in their last outing against the Colorado Avalanche. It's crucial that our defense holds tight and that we stay disciplined, especially in those crucial moments on the ice. Speaking of discipline, the Devils have had their struggles too. They recently faced a shutout against the Avalanche, and their captain, Nico Hischier, was pretty vocal about the team's energy or lack thereof. When a leader like Hischier calls out the team's lack of urgency, it's a wake-up call. We need to capitalize on their vulnerabilities and not let them find their rhythm against us. As a fan, it's tough to watch our team go from dominating 7 of 8 games to stumbling in their last 2 outings. I can't help but wonder about the strategic choices being made. Are we making the right adjustments? Is the coaching staff doing everything possible to turn this around? You believe this is the best path forward? I honestly am torn. It's moments like these that really test our resolve as fans. We've seen glimpses of brilliance, and we know the potential is there. The question is whether they can put it all together when it counts. The Maple Leafs have the talent, but execution is key. How do we shift the momentum back in our favor? And let's not forget about the emotional investment we all have in this team. Each game feels like a roller coaster ride. And as we look ahead to the match against the Devils, I want to hear from you. What do you think? Will the Leafs find a way to turn this around? Or are we in for a longer struggle? I want to see your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss our hopes, our frustrations, everything. Don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow Leafs fans, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Trust me, you want to stay tuned for all the latest news and insights. And make sure to hit that notification bell so you're always in the loop. The road ahead may be rocky, but as fans, our support is what matters most. Let's rally together and hope for a strong performance against the Devils. Go Leafs!